Morning. We're combining more beans. It's actually not morning, it's after school, but morning. Well, just got here. That truck's full, the white truck, the white Cummins semi-truck. Here's Miss Daisy. And I'll tell you what I've heard from Dad. A belt's broke, and he plugged the combine. So, yeah, fun stuff. I think they've unplugged the combine now, but a belt is broken on it. So, yeah, she's out of commission for a little bit. So I'm going to hop in the grain cart and run that and maybe get some drone footage. But Miss Daisy is done for now. We were actually combining some of our neighbors' beans for them. We've been doing this for the past few years. This property he bought right here is a pretty far ways away. So we're not really neighbors with the guy, but it's pretty far ways away. So we combine it and do everything for him. Just because it's just a very, very long ways away from his farm. But yeah, combine's plugged. I don't think it's plugged anymore. But a belt's broken on it, so we gotta wait for a belt. So yeah, so I'm gonna be running the grain cart. Fun stuff. So what's wrong with Miss Daisy?
Your dad plugged it up tighter than the hubs of hell and then burnt the belt up.
Nice. What's the plans on that?
Right now, probably gonna take that head off and switch the 740 over. Ziegler might be here tomorrow. They don't know.
Okay. You want me to head back where you are with the grain cart?
Yeah.
Here we go. So, that means tomorrow the plans are to switch over the 740 from corn over to beans, move it to the next field. The next field where it's at the moment, where we were combining corn, it's about a mile away from where we're about to move everything else to combine some beans. We're about 300 acres away from finishing up beans. So we'll move Big Bertha, the 760, and the trucks and the grain cart over to pretty much where the 740 is right now. But we gotta switch the 740 over to beans so that we can run. So, yeah.
He headed up to dump a CTL. He's sending me Snapchats of how slow it is dumping up there. He said he thinks our 10-inch auger's faster.
Yeah, so everything here at this farm's going to the mill, so it's a little slow. A lot of farmers do it this way, and we don't do it that way just because how slow it is, and we don't have enough help to have people sitting in lines up at the mill. So that's why we have our own bins and stuff that kind of speeds things up. And yeah, Miss Daisy's probably down for a day or two. Klaus is going to come up here and work on the belt. It's a pretty big belt, I'm pretty sure he burned off, so it's not good stuff. dumping beans. She's cranked full. We're getting a pile. We're getting there, getting there, getting there, getting there. Yeah, that's good. It's not going very far, it's just going to our local mill, but there's still a line. So. Our last grain cart was pretty much the exact same grain cart as this one, but it didn't have the swivel on the top to swivel the auger around, or where it spills the grain. And that kind of stinks, because then you gotta line up with the truck just perfect every single time. I don't even know how I did it whenever I was younger, because I love this one so much, because I can swivel it wherever I want it. See, I'll show you. Yeah, I can swivel it around. But yeah, couldn't do that with the old one, and I don't even know how I did it. I must have just been focusing pretty hard whenever I lined up with the trucks. But I'm empty now. Close the gate. Gate's closed. We'll run it dry. Start idling it down. We're just sprinkling now. Take this, smash it. There's my drone batteries. But yeah, gate's closed. Still got the handy dandy tape around our handle. But filled up half the truck. Look how dirty this back window is. That's what I'll probably do. I'll clean the windows on this thing. Jared's right there. Uh-oh, I think he's clean his rock trap. But yeah, we'll fold back my auger. There it goes. But the black truck's half full. Dad's already back with the other white truck, and it's empty, so he took the full white semi that you saw at the beginning of the video. But yeah, we got just a few little swipes over there left. That's where Dad was combine until he broke down. Poor Miss Daisy. But yeah, that's where we're heading next. So, in the last few videos, I've been using YouTube's music that they recommend to put in whenever I'm flying my drone around. I really don't like that music. I guess it's not copyright. That's the only thing that's good about it. If you guys have any websites that you guys know about that has not copyright music, leave it in the comment section below, because I really would like some better music than what YouTube offers. So if you guys know of any websites, please let me know. Especially if you know a farming YouTuber's website that they use, let me know, because I really need to find a website. Waiting. One combine makes a grain cart wait a long time in beans. But that 760, it gets after it, so I really don't have to wait too long. He's flying, he's booking. About 5 miles an hour. Yeah. When the beans are cutting easy, that 760 can really get after it. Well, it's been about an hour since I last recorded. We got the hair trailer hooked up. We took Miss Daisy's head over to the 740, hooked the 740 up, get it all calibrated and everything, and have it at the ready at the next field. Jared's about done with this field, but so you know these wonderful swipes that these combines are doing, making it look nice and pretty. The 740 is having some problems. It's like windrowing it. The propellers on the back are having some problems, not spreading it good. So it might need some work to run beans. It does fine in corn, but for some reason in beans, it was windrowing it really bad. Wasn't spreading it out. These look pretty windrowed, but they're not as bad. They're not piled up in a windrow you can bail. Whereas 740, it was doing really bad. So 750, Miss Daisy, I'm going to be taking home. Big Bertha's about done with this field. Jared's heading over here right now. And hopefully it'll all fit on that black truck and we take this white truck over to the next field. But we'll see what happens. Rolling tarps. Pretty hard task. Both of these trucks got to go to the local elevator, and they're closed now. It's only like 6 o'clock, but they're closed. So they're ready to rock and roll for tomorrow. But yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why we don't go to elevators, guys. We got to go. We want to roll. We can't stop at 6 every day. And we're moving. Hopefully we can get that 740's rear end all figured out, and me and Jared can both run. And we'll both have tracks. That'll be the first time we've done that ever. 2 combines and beans with tracks. But yeah, see, that's how it's supposed to spread. And then we're about to run into some bad stuff that Miss Daisy started doing because it clumped up on the back end of the combine. I don't know if you can see that, but you see those little mounds? That's no good. But that's all the 740 does at the moment. So hopefully we can get that figured out. But yeah. So Miss Daisy has a different type of kind of spreader out the back end. It's got the generic, the basic spreader. Big Bertha, the 760, it has kind of the medium range where it's kind of more complex. In our 740, the TRX, it has the most expensive option, very expensive option. But guess what? It doesn't work. If we could have whatever spreader on the back, if we could pick any of them, we would pick the basic one because it works. Now, the reason that Miss Daisy did down there is because a big old wad got stuck in the back of one of my fins whenever I was combining. So, but that's pretty easy to fix, whereas we really have no clue why that other combine's having any problems. But yeah, not fun to mess with that. But yeah, we're heading to the next field. We'll see if we get the 740 working. I don't know, we'll see. Well, it's been a little bit since I last recorded. I moved Miss Daisy home. I moved this cart to where we're combining. Right now we are, I think I got some dust on my face, yes. But right now we're combining in the bottom. There's Jared with Big Bertha 760. But yeah, we're combining in the bottom right now. It's about 8:30. I tried to get the 740 working. I turned the chopper on, and no luck. Still leaving big old windrows. So they're gonna work on that tomorrow. They're also gonna work on Miss Daisy tomorrow, getting it unplugged. So they got a fun morning for them. I gotta go to school, so they gotta deal with that stuff. But yeah, we're gonna try to fill this truck we got over here up. The other 2 trucks gotta go to the mill, which I already told you that. So we're 2 dumps away from filling the truck. So I'm waiting for that. Jared's been here combining this whole hillside. Not very big of a hillside, but he combined the whole hillside. So I'm gonna cart for him for the rest of the night, and then hopefully they can get everything fixed tomorrow. Morning. It's the next day. I'm sitting in the 740 right now. We're gonna go see if this thing's chopper's working any better. The Kloss guy came up and supposedly messed with it a little bit. Jared's not very hopeful that's gonna work. But our 750 Miss Daisy, it's back in working order. So see what happens. We did get a little bit of rain, so there's been a delay. It's about 5 o'clock right now. We're gonna go see if they're gonna cut, but we checked about an hour ago and we're like, it's a little tough. But we'll see now. We're just going to see if this thing's actually going to spread out the rear end of this thing any better than it did yesterday. Because supposedly they worked on it, but we'll see. Jared's about to take off, and I'm just going to kind of combine a little bit beside him and see how this goes. I tell you what, though, driving around tracks is a heck of a lot nicer than wheels. A little bit different than the Miss Daisy. I got a camera on my auger. 760 doesn't have that. Also, no foot brake, so that's also different. Oh boy. Guess he's got some things he needs to work on before he even gets started, but we'll see. Well, I am officially combining with the 740 in beans. It's not windrowing anything, it's spreading it nice in the back, so I'm pretty happy. You can see from our wonderful guidance system here. We don't have our GPS in here, but it's combining beans. I'm not going too fast yet just because I'm a little hesitant because I haven't really ran this combining beans this year. But yeah, so a little bit different than my Miss Daisy electronic hydrostat. So this is all electronic here. So it has kind of a delay, whereas Miss Daisy, whatever you do with it, it's gonna start doing that right then and there. This one you can program to do it the exact same way. We have it on a little bit of delay. I kind of like the delay because you can throw this thing in reverse and then it'll slowly work its pace up. That's pretty nice. But yeah, we're combining beans with the 740. This is the T-Rex. This is the machine we're gonna run corn with all this year, but Miss Daisy was broke down, so I moved this combine to this field, and Miss Daisy's fixed now, so I don't know what our plans are after this field, but we're getting pretty close to the beans, so we might finish it off with this combine. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Just depends on if we get rain in the next few days or anything like that. This combine might go back to corn, but for now, I'm enjoying the nice smooth ride and I'm enjoying myself so far. Well, I'm working on opening up the edge of this field at the moment. Jared's cutting it right down the middle. This is some nice bottom ground, so nice back and forth. Spreader out the back is looking nice on this combine now, finally. Kloss guy fixed it up and made it run good, so I'm impressed. But yeah, it's combining along. It's pretty nice. I think one of the features that would have saved Dad from slugging the Kloss or the Miss Daisy yesterday would have been something that this combine has. This combine has anti-slug pretty much, whereas if there's a certain amount of load that's coming through the head or coming through the throat of the combine, it'll turn off the head. Which is pretty nice, especially for when Dad makes his boo-boos. Well, combine along. There's Jared in the 760. He can go a little bit faster than me. I'm gonna admit it. He can. But we're doing pretty good here. Just getting used to running the T-Rex instead of Miss Daisy. Man, it's nice and smooth. It's hard to adjust from the wheels to the tracks because, you know, I just went over a nice little ditch there and I didn't feel anything. Whereas Miss Daisy, I would have felt it and I would have had to slow down. Productivity on tracks compared to wheels. On a normal year, if you don't have a lot of rain and don't have to push through any bad conditions, wheels are pretty much just as productive as tracks, but comfort-wise, tracks wins every day of the week. But it's nice to have tracks whenever you have those bad years and you need to get your crops out. So, But overall comfort of tracks, oh, they're so nice. Oh, they're so nice. I know. Spoiled if you got the tracks, but I like Miss Daisy, and I like the T-Rex. If I had to pick which one to run, I'd pick T-Rex. But Miss Daisy is still in my heart, and I love running it too, so. But, yeah. We're getting after it. We'll see how much we can get done with T-Rex today. I don't know what the plans are after this field, if we're going to go back to Miss Daisy since it's fixed, or what we're going to do, but I'm going to enjoy my time in it today. And hopefully, honestly, I want to go back to Miss Daisy, especially if we're going to get rid of her. I want to run Miss Daisy on her last few fields with us. And if not, I could have already combined the last field with her already. Well, Dad actually got the last run, plugging it. But we'll see. It might still come out and combine a little bit more for us. I don't know. We're getting pretty close to the end of beans, so. But we're also thinking if it's going to start raining in the next few days, which there's chances, we might flip this combine back to corn and get after corn. But yeah, we got quite a bit of corn left, so more videos to come. Dumping. Fun stuff. Quiet unload auger. That's what 6 years difference between combines does. And faster unload. And bigger hopper. And negative to tracks. On dry ground, it's harder to turn. It doesn't turn as good as wheeled machines because of the friction of the tracks. But once you get on some decently wet soil, it does pretty good. They'll turn just as good as wheels. And if you're on really wet stuff, these brakes down here become your new best buddy. Oh, look at that in the distance. That's nice. Well, still combining. Wind's starting to die, even though right now it looks good. It's kind of patchy on whether it's trying to decide whether it wants to blow or not. So beans are getting a little bit tougher and harder to cut, and yeah, not fun. So we're probably about done for the night. As soon as we get this hill done, we're probably gonna have to call it quits, because down the bottoms it's already getting really tough to cut. So yeah, fun stuff. I think that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.